The Good Nurse is a 2022 American biographical crime thriller film based on the 2013 true crime book of the same name by Charles Graeber. It stars Jessica Chastain as Amy Luffren, an ICU nurse who suspects that her coworker Charles Cullen, Eddie Redmayne, is a serial killer. The film is directed by Tobias Lindholm and written by Christy Wilson Cairns. The film is set in 2003 and follows Amy Luffren, a single mother and nurse working in the Intensive Care Unit (ICU) at Parkfield Memorial Hospital in New Jersey. Amy is struggling to keep her life on track while dealing with her own health issues. She is also concerned about the high number of patient deaths in the ICU, and she begins to suspect that one of her co-workers, Charles Cullen, is responsible. Cullen is a seemingly kind and caring nurse, but Amy starts to notice some strange things about him. He is always the first to respond to code blues, and he seems to be overly familiar with the drugs that are used to treat patients. Amy also learns that Cullen has a history of disciplinary problems at previous hospitals. Amy becomes increasingly convinced that Cullen is a killer, but she has no proof. She tries to warn her colleagues, but they don't believe her. She also tries to report Cullen to the authorities, but they are not interested in her case. Amy is eventually forced to take matters into her own hands. She begins to follow Cullen and to document his activities. She also starts to collect evidence of his crimes. Eventually, Amy's investigation pays off. She is able to get Cullen arrested and charged with murder. Cullen is eventually convicted and sentenced to life in prison. The Good Nurse is a suspenseful and disturbing film that tells the true story of a serial killer who was able to operate for years undetected. The film is well acted and directed, and it provides a chilling look into the mind of a murderer.